Are you planning a trip to Portugal's Algarve region? Well, stick around to discover the ultimate 3-day itinerary for exploring this breathtaking destination.
Welcome to the Algarve!
Welcome to the perfect 3-day Algarve itinerary. In this video, we'll guide you through the must-see places and unforgettable experiences that the Algarve has to offer. Planning a trip to a new destination can be overwhelming, with so many options available. But we're here to simplify the process and help you make the most of your time in the Algarve. So let's dive into day-by-day itineraries that cover the best beaches, charming towns, and activities that will make your Algarve trip unforgettable. The Algarve is located in Portugal's southern region and is a 2.5-hour drive from the capital city of Lisbon. We rented a car for €240 for 10 days and drove to the Algarve, giving us the freedom to explore it with ease. Staying at the Tivoli Carvoiero for €200 per night put us right in the middle of the Algarve's best attractions. If you want to see where else to stay in the Algarve, we have an entire breakdown of the best places to stay on our travel blog, ThePlanetD.com. The links are below. With breakfast included at our hotel, we could enjoy a delicious buffet and coffee each day with a view. It was a perfect way to start our day of exploring that not only saved money, but a lot of time before setting off on our first adventure, the 7 Hanging Valleys Trail. This is a great start to your Algarve itinerary, as you get to take your time to enjoy the most beautiful portions of the Algarve coast.
We are doing the 7 Hanging Valleys Trail today. It's considered one of the most beautiful hikes in Europe. So let's go take a look. It is 5.7 kilometers along these beautiful cliffs. It starts at Praia da Marinha, which is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. It is gorgeous all around the surrounding rock formations.
Praia da Marinha is often voted one of the most beautiful beaches in Europe, making it a very popular stop, as it's also the first stop on the 7 Hanging Valleys Trail. There's a parking lot there, but it is very crowded, and cars are often blocked in, so we advise taking a shuttle or a taxi.
We didn't go down to the beach, but the views from above were worth the hike alone. It's really a pleasant stroll, especially today. There's a lot of breeze, so it's not too hot. But make sure you bring some water and wear a hat and plenty of sunscreen. It's a busy hike, so make sure you come out early in the morning. As you walk along, the crowds thin out. You'll find that there are just more crowds at the parking lots, of course, where all the big lookouts are. But when you walk along the trail, there's nobody around in between. So enjoy it. It's a beautiful view. Definitely worth the hike.
All right, we're partway through the 7 Valleys hike here. We're here at Benagil Beach here where the famous cave is. It's a beautiful day out. Really highly recommend you do this hike. And it's great because you go from town to town and you can grab lunch or a drink or something like that just to get you to the end.
They do have a fence all around it so you can't look in, so I highly recommend taking a boat trip to see inside the cave. But you can see all of the different vantage points from here. The trail ends at this beautiful beach, Praia de Centianes. You can go and have a swim, you can rent an umbrella, a beach umbrella, have something to eat, or have a beer and congratulate yourself. You've just finished the 7 Valleys hike. The beaches here are absolutely beautiful. It's hard to really describe the scope of how large the sea cliffs are. We're doing a little bit of beach hopping along the coast here. You can rent umbrellas and a bed for €20 a day, which I think is a great deal. And then you can just spend some time on the beach. After grabbing lunch at the beach and enjoying some fun in the sun, you can continue along the Carvoiero coast to the Tivoli Carvoiero, which is located at Vale Covo Beach.
The Tivoli Carvoiero offers shuttles to the start of the Seven Hanging Valleys Trail, and you can hike all the way back to the hotel. The trail itself is 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles one way, so the shuttle saves you from having to hike back. It's just another 20 minutes or so back to the hotel from the end of the trail. Even if you're not staying at this hotel, you'll want to keep walking, because there's still a lot of other things to see along the Carvoiero coast.
Wow, this view of the Algarve is one of the dreams and postcard perfect shots, and it is right out in front of our hotel. It's incredible. I thought we were just up on a cliff, which we are, but we have pathways to look at it from all different ways, and now we're going to walk down and see what is down on the beach.
Vale Covo Beach is another popular stop on the Algarve, where you can cool off before continuing the rest of the day. There's a massive sea cave and a small beach where you can bask in the sun at low tide. There are stairs leading down to the water that anyone can visit, and it's a popular stop on boat tours of the Algarve as well. Now that's a view! Once you've had your fill, you can stop for some food or drinks at the Tivoli, or you can continue to another of the iconic stops on the Algarve, Algar Seco. Algar Seco is famous for its caves and grottos that people can wander through and take in the views of the Atlantic Ocean. There's a restaurant below and places to look over the coast, as well as a beautiful boardwalk that you could stroll along, taking in the views as you make your way to Carvoiero, where you'll finish off your afternoon. Or, this is a perfect time to go back to your hotel for a siesta before sunset. Taking the tuk-tuk into town. The cliffs above Carvoiero are perfect to watch the sunset, and then you can walk down to enjoy the village. Carvoiero is a typical village on the Algarve coast with whitewashed houses terraced above the sea, and it's also a great place for dinner. In Carvoiero, you can enjoy some more beach time, shopping, dining, as well as happy hour.
What I love about the south of Europe at night is how everything comes alive. The cities are more vibrant at night.
Oh yeah, they are. Everybody's out, either eating, shopping. It seems like it's the time to be out. Day 2 of our 3 days in the Algarve Itinerary takes place in Lagos, one of the most popular tourist towns on the coast.
We have come to the historical center of Lagos. And this is a really pretty town with whitewashed buildings on a hill. It's just very typical of what you would see of those beautiful towns that are in the Mediterranean. It has a huge footprint with modern Lagos on one side and then the old town in the center. And it just goes on and on and on. It is certainly the beaches that up the wow factor here in Lagos. Playa Estudiantes is amazing. There's all of these caves that connect the beaches through all of the sea cliffs. And then when you get out, there's the big sea arch that it is so famous for.
Start your day at the beaches of Lagos by the 17th century fortress Porta da Bandeira. If you want, it's open to visitors to go inside and see the exhibit. Praia da Batata is located right beside the fortress, and many people stop here to sunbathe, but make sure to walk on to see the other beaches that lead to one of the most unique sites in the Algarve.
This is really cool what they've done with these beaches. Instead of having to walk over the sea cliffs, they've tunneled through them. So you just go from one beach to another through these nice, easy sea caves. Man-made, of course.
Several beaches are connected by tunnels, making it easy for sun worshippers to find the perfect beach to set up for the morning. But make sure to continue walking, because when you get to the end, look up and you'll see the old Roman bridge that connects two high sea cliffs. This is the star attraction of these beaches.
You walk through a few sea caves to get out here, and I assume at low tide you can walk right through that, and you can keep on walking through another cave. Pretty cool to see.
Sadly, there is some graffiti on the side, but it's still a beautiful sight, and this secluded cove is perfect for swimming and sunbathing on the really soft sand. After beach time in the morning, take a stroll along the waterfront promenade. It's a great walk with plenty of shops to pick up your souvenirs or get into the style of the Algarve.
Well, this is quite funny because I basically just changed my whole wardrobe while walking down here. It was just too good of a deal. I got my new hat, got my new dress. I got to go out on the town now.
There is definitely no shortage of places for lunch in Lagos, where you can pull up a chair at an outdoor terrace to enjoy some authentic Portuguese cuisine. The Garden Restaurant is often touted as the best terrace and vibe in Lagos.
Well, Lagos definitely feels like a town that has really catered to tourists for many, many years. There's lots of restaurants, shopping, cafes, bars. It feels like at one time it was a big backpacker's place. Obviously now everything's getting more expensive. But yeah, it has a great vibe for just walking around, having some sangria, chilling out. Lots of fun.
The afternoon can easily be spent at Lagos Old Town, enjoying its pedestrian streets, shops, and historic buildings. Highlights of the Old Town include its cobblestone streets and markets, as well as whitewashed houses and churches, including Santa Maria Church and Square, and nearby the unassuming building that is believed to be the first slave market in Europe. The old city walls are still standing, and you must make sure to go see them. If you do have some time before sunset, take a taxi or walk across to see one of the longest beaches in the Algarve, Meia Praia. You can walk along its boardwalks and even watch sunset from here, from one of the restaurants or one of the beach clubs.
This beach is really cool with all of these boardwalks along the sand dunes. So you can find your perfect spot on the beach to relax without having to work too hard because you're not sinking in the sand. Goes on, and there's hardly anybody out here.
This is a beautiful long stretch of sand that should not be missed. But there's a better place for sunset. And if you don't have your own car, we recommend calling an Uber and making your way to Ponta da Piedade.
Well, this is definitely worth the walk. It's only 9 minutes from the parking lot. And there are all these great views. And the boardwalk goes all around so you can check out all the different vantage points.
Ponta da Piedade is a headland of striking rock formations with caves and grottos that are only accessible by water. But the good thing is you can hike out to the scenic viewpoints, and it's one of the best places in the Algarve for watching sunset. You'll spot sea stacks and sea arches and catch glimpses of the sea caves. There are stairs leading down to the water where you can take in different views, and you can book boat tours to do some swimming and snorkeling or see the caves up close.
We have come out to Ponta da Piedade, and it is spectacular. They're in the process of making these boardwalks behind me. Before you used to walk all over the rocks, but now they have boardwalks to protect the environment, which I think is a really smart idea. So the next time you come, you'll have these boardwalks here. There are some that are already made, and you can just go out and look over and see these amazing rock formations all around. All right, we're going on the caves tour. Here's our boat. I'm so excited.
Day 3 starts off with a half-day boat tour along the Algarve coast to see those amazing sea caves. Tours can be booked anywhere in the Algarve, and they include transfers from your hotel. Our tour started on the Piedade River, where we boarded a small group Zodiac tour to see the Atlantic Ocean traveling through picturesque villages, and we actually got to see the historic fort of the Castle of Ferragudo. It was built in the 19th century. This was a beautiful scenic drive from Portimao before heading out to see the stunning scenery. Our 2-hour tour took us from one cave to another, to hidden beaches as well as quiet coves. It was one extraordinary view after another. Tours are quite reasonable, starting at €30 per person. Luckily, we have links to the tours in the description below, so you can book them right from there. Portugal's Algarve region has one of the most beautiful coastlines in the world, and seeing it from a boat is a must. There's no doubt that Benagil Cave is one of its most popular attractions. But as of September 2023, the rules have been constantly changing, and you must book with an organized tour. When we were there, paddlers were not allowed to enter, but we have heard that things have changed. Our best advice is to only book with a licensed operator and check our website in the links below for up-to-date information.
A dolphin tour wasn't part of our excursion, but our captain saw them in the distance and made a beeline for us to take a look. It was a magical way to end a beautiful day.
Well, we had an excellent trip here heading out to the caves, to Benagil Cave, but also the other caves. It was really awesome. Super suggest that you get on a smaller boat like this. We saw a lot of bigger boats, but this is great. You can get right in there, and our driver was awesome. Waited till all the big boats were gone. It was like we had our own little private tour. And if you can, tip number 1, try get at the front of the boat. As the boats go into the cave nose first, you'll get the best view. The rest of our last day on our 3 days in the Algarve was spent by the pool at our hotel. The Algarve is known for fun in the sun, and we enjoyed a relaxing afternoon working on our tan. Cocktail hour was spent at the Skybar, which is one of the most popular bars for sunset, and the Tivoli Hotel allows guests from outside the hotel to enjoy its views, fine dining, and signature cocktails. This is the perfect place to end our itinerary in complete luxury. If you want to see what it's like to stay at the Tivoli Hotel, check out our video tour of this stunning destination.
It's exactly what I was hoping for.
Me too.
Mwah.
And that is our perfect 3 days in the Algarve itinerary. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on that bell for notifications, because we put up new travel videos each week, and you never know where we're going to be next.